Okay, so I got the Adventure combo. I've been waiting till Black Friday to get the deal, hoping they'd knock a bit off, but they didn't. What you got for Black Friday was a t-shirt. So I waited for a deal and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. Couldn't even pick what size it was. It's extra large. I don't even know if it'll fit. We'll try it on. But did get the Adventure combo. It's about 400 quid. Without the extra accessories, which is mainly your batteries and that. It's just over 300, about 320 quid. So worth it for the extra stuff you get in that. I also got the magnetic ball joint adapter. Okay, so we'll take a look at what's in the box. I've taken the wrappers off already just to make it easier. These are the extra 3 batteries you get with the Adventure combo. Didn't come fully charged, they were about half charged, so I have charged them up. Little charge port in the side there so you can charge all 3 at once. Also you get in the top there, probably a bit hard to see, but you can hold extra SIM cards in there. Although how you'd get to them, I think you'd have to take the batteries out. It's not the most convenient thing in the world. It's not something I'll be using. You get your usual instruction manuals, warranty or whatever. I don't know, whatever. I don't read them. Type C to Type C cable. Seems decent enough quality. You might see a memory card in there. That's my own. I didn't get that with it. Obviously you get the Action 3 camera as well. A lens cover on there to protect it. It doesn't have a battery in here, so it is just the 3 batteries that you get. I was hoping for a sneaky 4th one as well. And you get your little accessories here, which is a case that goes around the camera so that you can change the orientation if you're one of those TikTok type people. And a couple of adapter mounts, a little round one, as you can see on the box there, a little round one, and that's why I also got that separate, because I can have the magnetic then. Of course you get a couple of stickers, you get them with all the products. I've never once used one, don't know what you're supposed to do with them. And you get a selfie stick as well. It's got a hell of a reach on that. So we'll have a look at all the products individually. So just starting with the battery case here, like I say, you can charge all 3 at once. You can also use it as a reverse charger, using that included adapter. If you've sort of done all your filming you need to for the day, and you know you've still got a bit of charge left in these, you could rig it up to your phone and charge that as well. It's like the drone, the mini battery pack. Goes both ways. You can charge into it and you can charge out of it as well. So it's quite good actually. Quite pleased with that. Not really much to say about this. Hell of a big thing. It really comes out a long way. I'll show you that in another shot shortly when I'm using the actual product. But yeah, really long, really sturdy, good quality. I like that. And taking a look at the camera itself, you have this waterproof ring around there. It's a bumper ring, they call it. If you're putting it in the actual waterproof case that you have to get separately, then you have to take that out first. Not an easy thing actually. Yeah, don't take it off unless you need to. It's bloody impossible to get back on. It's just a protective ring apparently. It doesn't come up above the surface of the lens, so I wouldn't fancy it if you drop it. In this side, just press the side in like that, lift it up. That's where your battery goes in and your SIM card. And make sure you close it properly so that it is still waterproof. And that's your USB-C input. You can run it without a battery, and that's good because you can use this as a webcam. So, you know, if you are using it as a webcam, don't put the battery in. Preserve the life of the battery for longer. This comes off somehow, and you can put the DJI mic, if you've got one of them, you can put that in there. Okay, we're down by the riverside now. This is where I come to test out the stabilisation of cameras. Did it with the old Osmo gimbal back in the day. I'll just turn the camera around. These are the steps I go up. A lot steeper than they probably look on camera, but it's a good test. You literally have to step up twice up each step to get on them. I'm going to use the Pocket 2 stick, and I'll hold the Pocket 2 in the little rectangle there, and you can see on the side there I've just got a 3/4 inch mount, and I'll be putting the action camera on that, and we'll go up the stairs and I'll show you a side by side of how smooth the Pocket 2 is compared to the Osmo Action 3. Okay, so go up now. On the left is the action cam, and on the right is the Pocket 2. These are big steps I'm stepping up, so there should really be something showing there, but it's looking smooth on both screens. Now on the way up was the sound on the Pocket 2. On the way down will be the sound from the action cam. And I'll try not to cover up the mics. Right, so down we go. I must say it's a lot easier to point the action cam where you want it. The Pocket 2 wants to do its usual thing, go, oh, I'll make it all smooth and steady, and never points to where you actually want it to. Okay, they were both filmed in 4K 60 frames per second. Right, I'm going to try it out as a head cam now. Now this is where the Mimo app comes in very handy, which by the way you have to download directly from the DJI web page. It's been taken out the Android store a long time ago for spying. They can spy on me walking through the woods if they want. So I'll just switch views now. We're on the Pocket 2, so I have to come down. So now I can see what I'm looking at on the camera on my phone. Really handy. Let me turn the brightness of this up. It's quite bright out here today. I don't know how well that's showing up, but if I look left and right, you can see on the display there what I'm looking at. And this allows me to just make fine adjustments, like just tilt it down a little bit. So just tilt it down a tiny bit, and now that's more like what I'm seeing with my eyes on the screen there. So it's not ideal for filming. Look, I'm filming me. There we go. I'll start it recording there, and I'm filming me, filming you, filming me. There we go. I'll cut to different camera angles there. So just walking around, it stays very steady. We're on the volume on the action cam now. So as you can see there, I'm looking at the screen to see what I'm looking at. And once you've got it set up, of course, you can disconnect from the DJI Mimo app. But yeah, I think it looks quite good actually. You can also see how your volume's coming in on the screen there. If it focuses, you can see the bar at the top. It's not going to focus on that, but yeah, so as I walk around, and I'm going to go over this bloody log that's been put in the way now. And you can see how smooth it is, and as I go down to look at the stuff, you're looking at what I'm looking at, so that works quite well. You're looking at fungus, by the way, is what you're looking at. Nice. And again, I'll go up and down the steps here. It really does keep a smooth picture. I really do like that. You look a bit of a dick like with the camera on your head like this, but what can you do? So there you go. I don't think it's quite central, to be honest with you. Anyway, that's the action cam on a headband, and as you can see, this Rock Steady Motion version 3 is really good. So I think the only thing left now is to see what the sound's like when I get back, because I have no idea, and make my way to McDonald's. As I'm making my way up these steps again now for the last time, I'm just holding it in my hand now. No gimbal, no selfie stick, no nothing, just literally holding it in my hand and walking along. So if you had this in your pocket and you wanted to catch something quickly, there's no setting up needed, just press record. I'm looking at myself on the front screen while I do this, and then turn around and I can still see what I'm recording on the back screen. So really is good. And this is literally just walking along, holding it in my hand. I don't have the steadiest hand, which is why I've been obsessed with gimbals for years, because I do get the shakes when I'm holding my arm up too long. It's some kind of muscle weakness, I don't know what it is. Doctors don't diagnose anything for you, because we have free healthcare here in the UK, and free healthcare means no healthcare. That's just the way it works. Go and have a look at my favourite waterfall. I'll do the YouTube thing. Do you have a favourite waterfall? Leave it in the comments. So again, I've no idea how the sound's coming out here. I do speak quite loud, so hopefully you can hear me over that, but this is a good test for the sound. This is the kind of areas I would be in filming. What I do need, you get these wind filters, which apparently this has very good wind filtration. There is no wind here today. I need it to filter out my wheezing and panting as I walk along. So that is the footage, literally just handheld as you go along. I want to test the zoom here actually. I tried this indoors in low light and it was appalling. So I'm going to zoom in on that post over there. Tap and hold and zoom. This is in 4K as well, so I mean mean, I'm looking on a small screen, so it doesn't look very well zoomed into me, but I'll see what it's like on the full screen. But it didn't seem to lose quality. But to zoom in and out, you can see the jerky motions of it zooming in and out there. Now again, if you're using the Mimo app, that's going to be smoother. But you get a little wheel on the screen, and you literally have to keep tapping up and up to make it zoom in more and more. That's not very good. So fine with the Mimo app, but I'm not always going to have my phone out using that to use a camera. I want the convenience of just pulling something out my pocket and using it, like the Pocket 2. So that's a bit of a disappointment, but nothing's perfect. I'll see you after McDonald's. Now this is something I'd want to zoom in on. Jeez, no, that's a horrible zoom. Horrible function for the zoom. Maybe they can update that in a firmware update and make it better, but if you could just hold your finger on it and it carries on zooming out or whatever. But look at that. Very jerky, I don't like that. Not good at all. Okay, we're going to have a look at the extension stick now. Put the sizes on the screen. I think there it's 0.3 metres or something. Whatever metres is in feet, you work it out for your freedom units. It goes out to something like 1.5 metres. I'll put the actual size down. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's longer than the stick for the DJI Pocket 2, which I'm filming on now. But it has a bit of a disadvantage. The Pocket 2 comes with a little attachment here where you can put your phone on so you can view what you're looking at on the screen. Now that would be really useful with this, especially with its extra reach. I mean, get right over to you there. It's a shame they haven't put one of those onto this stick as well. It would have worked a lot better. The other issue, and again I'm comparing it to the Pocket 2 here because that's what I've been using and I'm really happy with it. But you can see the microphone here, the wireless mic. It's an integral part of the Pocket 2, especially when you've got it on the extension stick, because the further the microphone is away from you, obviously, the less you can hear. And the microphone on this, when you're at full length, you're not hearing everything, and I'll demonstrate that now. Put this on. Okay, so that's recording. I'll switch over to this sound now from the Pocket, the Osmo Action 3. A little bit of a problem there, saying the right's low, but I just pressed record a bit too soon after I turned it on. Something to watch out for. Anyway, we'll switch sound now over to the audio for this camera, and it's right in front of me so you can hear me just fine. I'm going to use the stick now and just adjust the camera up that way so that as you go away from me, and you're going towards the other camera now, and so now you're a full arm's length away from me. I don't even know if you can hear me now. I'll have to see that in the editing. I'll just bring you back and switch back to the Pocket 2. One thing this length is good for is testing the waterproofness. So what we're going to do, we'll walk down to the river here. I can't actually get down to it. I could go down there and break my neck. But I want to film in the river. So we'll use the full length and the reach, and I'll switch you over now to the action camera. As we go down and hopefully able to dip into the river here. Oh, we're in the flies. You see them. Right, down we go. Too sharp. Too short, I can't get to it there. It's too wet, I'm going to break my neck. I'll go down to a more suitable part of the river and we'll do it again. Looking up my nose. Right, managed to get closer to the river. That was a nightmare. I nearly fell off there. Mind you, I nearly broke my neck coming down this bit. Right, so I'll let it settle before I start it recording. Don't want that recording too slow again. And I'll switch over to this camera. I'll keep the sound on this one though, because you won't be able to hear me on this. So I'll put it out to its full length. And we'll switch over to the action cam now. And we'll just go down into the water. And let's hope it is waterproof. There's bubbles coming out. That's not a good sign. Okay, that looked quite good from where I could see. Switch it back over to the Pocket now. And stop that recording. Looks okay, I'm happy with that. So yeah, the extended rod, very good for if you do want to film underwater and keep control of the camera. Makes it very doable. So it is a good rod. It does have the 3/4 inch adapter at the bottom there, and if you skiing or snowboarding, you can use the software on the Mimo app to remove the stick from the shot. Now I imagine that they only do that with snowing and skiing, because where the stick is, where it cuts the stick out of the shot, it's got to replace it with something, and it's obviously a damn sight easier to replace it with snow than to try and work out the difference between grass, leaves and God knows what else, your jacket, whatever. It's still going to have to do it with your jacket and stuff like that partly, isn't it? But it just takes down the processing time, I suppose, of that. I hope in the future that they extend that and they make it so that you can remove that from any shot. I'll try it. I've not even tried it because I'm not a skier and I'm not a snowboarder. I like my life, and skiing and snowboarding is probably, especially down a mountain, it's probably the most dangerous thing I can think to do. If you're into that, good luck to you. Just to show you what I was saying, this is the Pocket 2 handle. A lot less reach on it, probably about a metre, but as I was saying, it has this phone holder, and you just put your phone in there and you can use the Osmo app on there. You've also got controls, so you can change the cameras, you know, like where it's pointing to and everything. Basically, you've got all the controls of the Campbell on there, and you know, even the gimbal, which is why I just said Campbell, because I was coming to that next. But even the gimbal settings you can change just by a switch there. There's a lot more functionality to this. Also has the 3¼ inch screw hole on the bottom for extra attachments. But I do find this a lot better, and even if they introduced a optional handle down the line for that with these kind of controls, but the extra length on the extension rod itself, I would be willing to pay money for that. So DJI, if you're watching, bring out one of these for the Action 3. Okay, you've got 3 types of stabilisation with the camera. You've got rock steady, which is the one we've already used with the head camera. If you swipe up, you get into the options. Now at 4K, the only other one is horizon balancing. And you'll see with this, if I tilt it, it locks the horizon to an extent. I mean, you'll get some wobble, but it locks it to an extent. So you get to 45 degrees and then it'll go to vertical shooting. If we drop the resolution to, say, 2.7K, we get a third option here. Oh, I've done 4:3. It has to be 16:9. We get a third option here of horizon steady. Now, with this, you can tilt it all the way around, and it will keep the picture the right way up. It's brilliant. I don't know what use I'd have for that, to be honest with you, but it's a nice feature to have. I really do like that. So I'm not sure what use case scenario you would have for that, but it is quite good. As I say, only available in lower resolutions once you and 16:9. Once you get back up to 4K, you've just got the 2 options: horizon balancing or rock steady. Personally, I'll be using rock steady for most of mine, but it's nice to have the options. Okay, I just want to show the problem I have with this zoom. Okay, so to zoom on this camera, you hold down the corner there and this little zoom wheel comes up. It goes away pretty quick as well, which I don't like, but the zoom wheel comes up, and then to zoom in, now that's as much as I can zoom in on one scoop. You've got to then go back and keep doing it until you zoomed right in on the frosty grass. What I'd like is one, not to have to hold it down. I should just be able to tap it and it comes up. But if I'm down here, it should carry on zooming. I'd like them to update that in the software, because it's quite frankly not good enough. That looks awful, absolutely awful, zooming in and out like that. Okay, so looking at the specs of the camera, and we'll compare it here to the GoPro Hero 11, that's the current one, which actually right now as I'm recording this is on a very good price, but you have to sign up for a year's GoPro subscription, whatever that is for that. But if we look at the specs of both of these cameras, the size, as you'll see there, 71, 50, 33, 70.5, 44, 32, pretty similar. The weight, 154 grams on the GoPro, 145 on the DJI. 16 meters waterproof. I'm not seeing the waterproof on here. Doesn't say. I know it is waterproof to a certain extent. Um, the recording, if we go down to that, the recording resolutions only goes up to 4K on the DJI. It goes up to 5.3K, whatever the hell that is. Obviously, high is better, so it does kind of win out on that. I would never use. I don't really use 4K, to be honest with you. I tend to stick to 2.7 because that's what my computer can best handle. But if that's what you want, higher, 5K footage, and the Hero's the way to go for you. This is interesting. The image sensor size, 1/1.9 inch on the GoPro, and the DJI is actually bigger. And I can't find it there right now. Where's that gone? There we go. So it's at the top. 1.17 inch. Now, sounds smaller, but it's not. If we look at this table, okay, so this is the sensor sizes chart. I've highlighted the two relevant ones here, but as you'll see, 1/1.9 is 6.74 by 5.05 millimeters. 1/1.7 inch is 7.53 times 5.64 millimeters. So it's actually a bigger sensor, which is better in lower light, catches more light. It's better overall, really, the bigger the sensor. This is the problem with a lot of smartphones. When you buy these smartphones, and the 100 megapixel, bloody 100 million megapixel camera and all this lot, moon zoom and all this lot, it's not very good because the sensors on the phones are really small. I think they're about half-inch sensor, and most of them, like 6.4, smaller than these. So these will work better than most mobile phones. Other things of note here, the GoPro, the front screen on that is not touchscreen, whereas as it is on the DJI. So that's definitely a bonus. Microphone as well. It's showing one microphone there, but in the audio features there, it does say it's 3 mics. It also says it has a 3.5mm audio mic input, which is great for older style mics, which is the ones I've got, to be honest. That would be better for me. But all you do is, and I'll show you this lead, this goes from USB-C to 3.5mm jack, which you can use in the DJI. So you can use either a USB-C microphone in the DJI, or with that adapter, which costs me about £2, that adapter. You can use 3.5-inch jack on that as well, so that gives you slightly more options. Overall, they're pretty much the same, apart from the highest resolution recording, which on the GoPro is slightly higher. So if that is important to you, that's the one to go for. The image stabilizing on both is just as good, I'd say. So usually the DJI is a lot cheaper. As I say, this offer they've got on at the moment is actually quite good. Although, if you do, well, let's go to the cart. View the cart. Okay. Now, Honey's found discounts. That's good. It hasn't actually. I tried it earlier. There is no discounts on it. But you have to have this 1-year GoPro subscription, which is £50. And then the camera is £349.99. That's with that accessory pack there. It's got 2 batteries. The DJI accessory pack, that's the equivalent, has 3 batteries, a longer selfie stick, and I think better accessories. Just get rid of that honey thing. So it's £400 basically there. Now, if we remove the 1-year GoPro subscription, if we don't want that, and I assume that's an ongoing subscription, so they're hoping you'll forget and just get charged every year then. But if you remove that, look, oh my God, oh no, it's saying you can add it. No, go away, honey. Jesus. £549.99 without that. So that's the price you're generally going to be paying. They do throw in a 32 gig SD card for free there, and it's a V30. They're worth about, you can get them for about £20 though, so in fact, no, 32 gig you can probably get for less than that. So you wouldn't want anything less than a 256 gig card. I got a couple of Samsung ones in the Black Friday deal, and I paid £17 each for 256 gigabytes of this spec card, V30, A1, and all that palaver, which is what you need for 4K. Or on there, 5.4K or whatever it is. In fact, that's the specs of the cards that they recommend you use. So the Action 3 does come with 3 mics. You've got the 2 mics on the front, either side of the word Action. In the O there, in Action, is your ISO sensor. So not ISO, sorry, your colour temperature sensor. And it's quite good actually. Your third mic is on the bottom, on that rubber pad on the bottom, and that is for wind reduction. I'm really happy with the Osmo 3. The battery life lasts a long time, does not overheat. I ran it from full battery all the way down, recording in 4K, just had it sat there filming, didn't move, not even ambient wind around, just in a normal room temperature, and it did not overheat at all. The battery ran out before it turned off, so really happy with that. The actual design, it's a nice way, and it's easy to carry and hold and just point at yourself while you're vlogging. It's perfect for vloggers, auditors. You guys would love this. You don't even have to stop in the rain. I think with this and the Pocket 2, I'm set up now for all eventualities, because this, if it's windy, with the DJI mic that comes with this, it's a fantastic. You're guaranteed to get the right sound, no wind coming over and all that lot. It's a lot better. So I'm happy that I've got this to do the bulk of the recording, but then in rough weather, you can't use this when it's raining. Not raining heavy anyway, and I live in England, in Manchester. It rains a lot. And that's where this one can come in then. If you want to do anything underwater, it's just there, but you can shove it straight underwater. You don't need to put it in a case or anything. So it's really good. I'm very happy with it, and especially for the price. As I say, I did hold off to try and get a better deal for Black Friday. Just got a t-shirt. Bit naff as well, the t-shirt. It's just printed on the front, and they're extra large. Either it's not extra large, or I need a diet. It's probably a bit of both, to be honest. But no, it's worth the money. The accessories that you get with that combo are really good. Or there's other combos you can get for different prices as well. I have got a couple of affiliate links in the description, and I'll put them in a pinned comment as well, because nobody reads the description. And one will be for the Pocket 2, because I highly recommend that. and the other link, and there'll be labelled which one's which, will be for the Action 3. I actually recommend getting both of them. You're fully equipped then. You got your full arsenal, and get a drone as well. You're going to get the Mini 3 now. I think you can still get the Mini 2 on there. I've got the original Mini. It's a brilliant drone. I absolutely love it. The picture quality is great on it. I'm really happy. I'm a DJI fanboy. I really am. So, would I recommend getting it? Yeah, I would. And I'd recommend you use my affiliate link to do so. I'll get a couple of pounds. But I wouldn't recommend anything that I wouldn't use and don't like. So it is a genuine recommendation. That. Even though it's an affiliate link, chances are no one's ever going to click it anyway. It's my honest opinion. I highly recommend that you get this if you're in the market for an action camera for whatever you want to do. If you want to film biking, skateboarding, snowboarding, vlogging, anything, even just your family holidays, it's perfect for that as well. So yeah, highly recommended. Go and get one.